Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Pretty Pink Soul Movement, and I'm Michelle Cool, and today I'll be doing your what should you surrender and what do you need to focus on in your life right now, just to help everyone get on with their lives and if they're feeling a bit stuck. So this is exciting, so pick a number between 1, 2 and 3, and then check the fake timestamp below and find out where your pile is and click to that pile. Okay, we'll get started on group number 1. So there's a lot of healing coming in for you now, so you need to surrender to healing. So you could be feeling like there's not a lot going on in your life at this moment. You might be feeling like, is anything actually happening? And yes, it is, but you need to allow in time for healing, self-preservation, and focus on the inner self. So because it's a very transformational time for you. So we've got the Metamorphosis card here. What does it say? Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. So there's a lot that wants to come in for you, but you're blocking it. You're not letting this happen. You're not letting this change happen, and it's going to take longer than you want. It's not like a download. It's not like we're updating our system, a new iSource update, and it takes, I don't know, an hour or whatever. I don't know, I never do them. But this is a whole transformation of your DNA and your light coding, and the universe is trying to help you recalibrate yourself so you can get back into alignment with your soul energy, so then you can charge off into the sunset. But there's a lot of recalibration that needs to take place, so you need to be patient and surrender the outcome to spirit. And yeah, we've got surrender to spirit, because spirit knows the plan for you better than you do, better than your ego will have. Will tell you. It goes, I want it now, I want it yesterday, and I want this. Do you know what I mean? But there's also subconscious blocks that are in the way, so you might want to look at addressing to that and ask spirit to help you release those blocks. So it says on the card, once you've done everything you can do to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let the spirit work its magic for you. So, if you find, I need an answer to this, I need to, what am I going to do about this? Release the outcome to the universe. If you've done all that you can do, you've taken all the steps that you can, that you know of. They're like, don't work yourself into a panic attack. Release the outcome, release that energy, and surrender to success, because that's what's going to be coming in for you if you do that. The thing is, we need to let go of the reins and let spirit take over in our lives in order for us to have success, because we trip ourselves up with our old programming, our old ways of doing things, our ego, our anxiousness. All that negative energy builds within you and becomes a massive block. So work with spirit, and then success will actually come in. Stop comparing yourself to other people. This can trip a lot of people up, so you need to surrender that. Stop your comparisons. It could even be if you're, a budding entrepreneur or entrepreneur, and you see someone doing something similar to you and it looks like they're doing better than you. They probably have the same self-sabotaging thoughts as you, because they don't know how other people perceive them. They're just out there doing their thing. So you just need to go and do your thing. Whatever it is that you're doing, go out there and be you. Just be you, be authentic to you, and don't compare yourself to other people, because also people make things look easy, but you don't know what they've been through and the struggles that they've gone through, and how many, if it is someone you admire in the public eye, you don't know how many coaches they've gone to or whatever to get where, to do the hard work to get to where they want to go. It's very rare that someone just shows up and they're super fucking awesome, I tell you. It's like for 99% of us, that's not the case. So there's no point comparing yourself to someone, to this, a shiny image, when you don't know what's behind all that. So that's just an example. So apply it where it fits. And then surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace, because that releases resistance. Because as soon as you stop fighting with your ego that tells you make changes, do something different, sometimes you just need to put down the weapons, put down those wands, and just go, okay, well, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I'm just going to have to float through this energy until it's released. So don't hold on to the negativity and just go, okay, whatever it will be, you know, and I'm just going to flow with it and just deal with it. So we've got what you need to focus on is gratitude, which you've actually got, you know, going on in your life. We appreciate where you are in life. It says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Focus on writing a gratitude journal and writing it every day at the time of day that you feel is the most appropriate for you. We've got here energy of resignation. So you need to focus on letting go of saying goodbye to things that you no longer need. Things, places, people, jobs, doesn't matter if it's family, if it's misaligned, you don't have to do it, you know. So you need to shift away from energy that brings you down and it's not the best for you, it's not supportive. And you'll know if this is true for you. You don't always have to cut people out, but if it's, you know, it could even be clients. Like I won't take on clients if we have misaligned energy, because I'm not doing that. You know, if I wanted to sell my soul for something misaligned, I'd go to office every day. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you got to make the choices that are best for you, that are aligned, soul aligned. Spirituality, it's time to connect with what you believe. So this is all about the soul as well. We've got the African Violet card, spirituality. What do you believe? You know, what do you want for your life? What do you want your life to look like in the future? What do you want it to feel like? What do you want it to be like? You need to spend time pondering these like questions. That needs to be your focus, what you actually really want instead of what you have. But it's also, you know, you need to be appreciative. Like, I've got a roof over my head, even if it's like, say, a small house and you want a bigger one, still be appreciative that, you know, like for me, it's raining outside right now. I'm happy. I'm dry inside. I'm getting to do what I love, and you know, rain sounds nice. And yeah, my house is small, but I appreciate it. I love my little house, you know. And you can still I want a bigger house, you know, in the future, but I'm grateful for what I've got now. So that kind of thing, being grateful and just saying, yeah, I would like more though. So that's what you need to focus on, and that's what you need to surrender. So I hope that helped you. And now we'll go to group number 2. Hi, group number 2. So you guys need to like, I'm just gonna set this up. Yeah. So you guys need to like fully chill. Whatever you're doing, you could be overworking or putting too much effort and energy into something or someone, or just working, or even working around the house. You need to chill out. We've got surrender to non-action. So I'll read that. Now's the time to be still and not act. You need to retreat. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. I just get the feeling you're just doing like way too much and you're feeling overloaded. It's like your energy is short-circuiting. And that's not good to anyone. So life is supposed to be like easy and effortless and flowy, and things need to come to us, but we actually, you know, are grown up, and we, you know, people still tell us now, oh, if you're going to get anywhere, you have to work hard, It's like, no, actually, you need to be more in your feminine energy and flow most of the time, and the flow leads you to where you need to go and what you need to do next. So that's like the trick. So surrender to effortlessness. That's what you need right now. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to go against the river or force the river. So you need to cultivate energy of peace in your life. There's some regret about situations in the past. Could be relationships or how things went about, how things went down, what you did, what you didn't do, what someone else did to you, you know, that kind of thing. It's like nostalgic about the past. We need to release those thoughts of regret and acknowledge them, because they're important. They're coming up for a reason, but you need to work through that. So if you need help with that, please contact me about having a soul shadow session. But other than that, try to work through this yourself and journal it out, and just see it for what it is, because most of the time when we can see it for what it is, we can, you know, we're in the opportunity to be able to let it go. And if you get stuck, let me know. But there's things from the past that you need to release. It's like something strong, how something played out. You keep playing it, you know, over and over again in your head, and it keeps coming up every Mercury retrograde and haunting you, and you just don't need that. in your life. We've also got surrender, your desire to control people. So it could be you trying to control situations. No one can control how someone's going to act or react. You can't make anyone do anything. And if you do, like, let's just say, I'm not saying you are, but it's an easy example to talk about people that are manipulative, right? We've all been there, been manipulated, and we've manipulated other people, myself included. And that's the only way you know how to use your powers for good, right? But surrender your desire to control people, especially in relationships, because like it says here, over controlling can sabotage relationships, because you can, try to coax someone into giving you what you want. But at the end of the day, it's all going to fall apart anyway, because that's not a real thing. It was made on, relationships based on manipulation and not based on a strong foundation of honesty and trust and respect, because people feel energy at the end of the day. Even if they do what you want, inside they'll be like, something doesn't feel right. So when that clicks for them, they'll just withdraw it. And then where does that leave you? Perhaps maybe going to control another situation or an outcome. Do you know what I mean? And we do it in different areas of our lives. It plays out in different areas. So just be wary where you might be trying to control and self-sabotage yourself, and the areas, identify the areas that you may not be growing within your soul, where you keep hitting your head against the wall, where you keep getting stuck, where you're probably, not so aware of your past patterning and behavior that you bring into your everyday life. So there's assessment that needs to go on here. I'm feeling that strongly, and kind of just surrender to what is, like, what's happening around you. Just accept it for what it is. If it's good, it's bad, it's ugly, it's indifferent, it's boring, whatever. Accept situations for what they are right now, and then that helps you go to the next stage and go to the next stage and go to the next, and then you have a breakthrough, and then you shift and you change your energy, because we're all in that cycle. It's like, okay, especially during a Mercury retrograde, and as I'm filming this, it's happening now, it shows you your patterns, it shows your beliefs, it shows issues within relationships, it will show you all sorts of ugliness that you don't want to see, and it will say, okay, here's your opportunity to do something different. You're gonna get a bit more awareness this time, or we're just gonna bring this one around next time. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. I like to make light of it, make it funny, because people get so stressed out of Mercury retrograde, and there's really no need, because it's here to benefit you. So those things will help you. Just cultivate like energy of peace for yourself and calmness, and creating space for yourself to have that self-awareness, and just work through some things that you've kind of been stuck with for quite a while. Try to look at your patterning in relationships and how you react to certain things. Because when you try to make that space for peace, like if you set the intention, I want to cultivate more peace in my life. And if you really mean it, the universe will show you how, and then you've got the time to work through, and cooperate with the universe we've got here. And also, if someone wants to help you, it says, take their hand if offered or asked. Like if someone says, I need to help you, don't be proud, like get some help. Not everyone knows everything, and also have self-compassion for yourself. Don't beat up on yourself, because obviously like you're needing to work through something for your highest good. We all do. Like we all do. There's no shame in that. Like no one's smarter or wiser than anyone, you know what I mean? We've all had our issues that we need to work through, and we will do, there's so many things that we need to uncover for the rest of our lives. Otherwise, what's the point of being here? That's why we're here, so until we can grow and evolve, get to know ourselves, here to do our soul work. We're here, to have karmic relationships. We're here to have, healthy relationships. We're here to have, all sorts of relationships. We're here to have fun, but most of all, we're here to like learn to love ourselves and get in touch with us and what we really want. And then our whole world changes around us when we take that time to do the inner reflection. So, if you step up and like, okay, I'm ready to do this, give me a call, but it will shift your inner world. It's like the inner focus. Everyone gets so caught up in, oh, but my outer world's doing this. It's like, yeah, but it's because you're replicating something within yourself. It's like you're the computer. Like doot, 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 put the code in. Oh, I feel crap. I feel, and then you've got your subconscious programming. So whatever's working on in this system is, projecting outwards into your outer world, and that's why it's all reflecting in your outer world. You know, with what's going on in the world at the moment, people that are in tune with their souls are cool, calm, collected. Things are better for them now. For people that are just waking up and, you know, buying into fear mentality and not researching things themselves, and they're into the energy of chaos, that's because there's things you need to work through. You need to work through the inner stuff. So your outer world will reflect differently to you. It's like you get to tune into what series you want to watch. The world is exactly the same thing. So I hope that helps you. Please focus on peace, and please focus on your inner work, and stop trying to control everything. And on to pile number 3. Hi, my pile number 3s. Let's fix this up a little bit. All right. So what I'm getting for you guys is there's a fear of intimacy. So you could either be in a relationship that you want to develop further, or there's new love coming in for you, which is pretty exciting. So we've got the surrender your fear of intimacy card here. So if you are wanting to let love in, this is a block that's holding you back. So you need to want to surrender this. It says you are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So get onto YouTube and listen to those heart chakra release meditations, releasing patterns, releasing emotional wounding. I'm getting there's a lot of wounding and fear around love because you've been hurt quite a bit in the past, and your heart's carrying that memory, but it needs to actually be released from you before you can accept better love coming into you. And surrender this to divine timing. Don't get caught up of you know, say for me, I've been receiving, you know, my guides have been trying to gear me up for love I've been healing for years, you know, and it gears up more, and then they ease off, and it gears up more, you know. Not saying this is happening for you, but also I've got lots I need to work through, you know. And there was time where I was like, I'm not interested, and my guides are like, come on, Michelle. I'm like, I'm not interested, come on, Michelle. I'm like, nah, people are just a big disappointment, so you know. And they slowly like edge away at me, and I work through it bit by bit, whatever they tell me I need to work on the day. So you know what I mean? It's like, don't feel like you're alone with this. It is scary to let someone into your life. You could be in a position where you're quite happy. You're like, actually, you know, I don't want something, I don't want someone else or whatever. Or you might want to work with the relationship you got now, because you might be thinking, oh, it's not really, I'm not feeling it like I used to. And this is just one of the blocks that you've got within you that's, you know, inhibiting you from feeling a deeper love. So whatever this is for you, surrender to the timing. Healing does need to occur, but just let it go. It's exciting, yeah, but your focus needs to be on balance at the moment, and working towards your life purpose, being of service. The reason why you came here, I'm feeling artwork, creativity. It could be graphic designing, it could be actual artist painting, songwriter, singer, you know what I mean? Like, so many different ways to be creative, and you can be of service. So focus on being of service, and that allows, you know, you to surrender to divine timing for things to occur when they need to occur at the best possible time, and not when our ego tells us we want it, because whenever our ego tells us we want it, we're not ready. We're not ready to receive in our heart space. So you'll find, if you're seeking any answers, you'll find them in the quiet. So surrender to silence. See, like now we can sit here and go, it's raining. It's nice. Silent. I don't need to do anything right now. I'm just recording a video, but you know, you guys can wait. You know what I mean? Like, just enjoy that time. Enjoy the nature sounds. Schedule time with yourself every day, and just really get into that stillness practice. Just, it's a beautiful ritual. Like, I'm feeling that energy now. I'm sure you are too. It's just, life is good. It's beautiful. You know, listen to affirmations. Tell yourself beautiful things, because you need to sit in stillness to find your magic, which could be connected to how you need to provide your service to the world. If you're already providing a service to the world, it can be about how can I provide more of a service? How can I make my service better? It's just, we can always better ourselves. I'm just like, my head is a busy place and I get so many downloads and I've got so many ideas. I'm like, what the fudge sticks do I need to do next? My guides are like, here's a whole pile. And then they're like, chill, Michelle, chill, sit it with it for 4 months. I'm like, 4 months. I want to do stuff. I could be doing stuff, but there were big lessons in that I needed to learn. And it wasn't until after, the 4 months, I'm like, oh, I get it now. Because I was trapped in my doing too much programming, and it's not until you work through that energy and sit in that stillness that you realize, oh, got the lesson. Thanks for that. Thank you so much. Like, it's one of the biggest lessons I've ever had to learn is to do nothing. So you could struggle with this too. We've also got surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness, and from that feeling that worth, it just comes from being you. So when you're sitting in the stillness, you're really connecting to yourself, and you need to see your value and your worth because you are magical. You also could need to practice more magic, and don't get confused with the society's perception of magic and, all that programming from Salem days, witch burning days. Like, that's just bullshit. Anyone can practice magic. And the reason they instilled fear on people like that because, they wanted to control people, and you can't do that now. So magic is about making your life better. It's never about controlling anyone. It's about, how do I shine my magic? How do I make my magic? How do I connect with the moon? How do I connect with the stars? How do I connect with sun energy? How do I connect with my astrology chart? Where can I draw my power from? There's so many questions, If you need help, I can do the coaching on that. But yeah, you need to sit with yourself and find your magic again within you. And we've got here again, one of the other piles got this: surrender to the habit of people pleasing. You first, whatever your name is, you please yourself first, like Michelle pleasing, whatever it is, take 5 minutes of the day and say, I'm Amy pleasing. I'm, Frank pleasing. You need to schedule that time and literally label it, own it, and say, I am Sarah pleasing myself today, and make it fun. But saying it out loud is creating an intention, creates magic and makes magic happen. And you need to cultivate more gratitude in your life. You need to think of ideas for service. That's the focus. You need to focus on balance between relationships, time by yourself, and the things that you need to do. Balance is very, 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 very important for you. And this is going to bring in the energy of change. Don't be fearful of it. We've got literally 2 change cards here. Adaptation. Change will be better than you think. People fear change, but the thing is, we feel stuck when we're trapped in that old cycles, the old programming. Change is a good thing. Change brings a new energy. It aligns us with different circumstances. It can bring us closer to our purpose. And when you set that intention, I want to be closer to my purpose, let the change occur. Stop trying to control it. And it says here, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. The earth changes its cycles every 3 months. The earth wouldn't survive if it didn't rotate on its axis. That's right. Right word for it, isn't it? It was the other R word. I don't know, I can't remember. Do you know what I mean? Like, it goes around in a circle, and then obviously it changes positions. So now in Australia, we've just headed into winter, where the northern hemisphere is headed into summer. You know what I mean? We've got that time to now for me, I feel like, I've got time to go within and hibernate a bit and ponder stuff, whereas in people that are experiencing summer are going out and having fun. It's like, check on your internal cycles as well, because it will differ from the earth. What cycle are you in now? This is something you need to focus on and identify. What cycle are you in now? Do you feel that you need to be more calm? Do you feel like life's too hectic? It's like, feel that if you feel a negative emotion, think of the opposite emotion and cultivate that energy in your life. Set the intention to create that in your life and get out of your own way and let the universe show you how to do it. So that's your focus. So enjoy that. Enjoy the change. Change is awesome. And I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.